order, and the first thing we need to do is to approve the minutes of the last meeting, which was September the 20th, 2021. Have we all had a chance to read them?
Yes.
And is everything in order?
Yes. I'll make a motion that we approve the minute, or I'll make sure everybody else is. Okay. Make sure we have a motion that we approve the minutes as submitted.
Thank you. Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. All in favor, state aye, please.
Aye.
Opposed? All righty. Very good. Our regular agenda.
Or lengthy one, yes, ma'am. So COA 2021-011 is for Amy Still at 310 East Hospital Street. And the request is to install a hanging sign as shown on the picture in your packet and on the screen in front of you. And this is a hanging sign measuring 72 inches wide by 24 inches tall. You reviewed in 2018 a sign request for this property, and I didn't get a chance to review the size, but the applicant had requested a hanging sign along with 2 wall-mounted signs. They ultimately didn't do the hanging sign and just went with the wall-mounted signs. So you've seen this, some of you who are here have seen this building similar request. Staff feel that the sign request does meet with our city ordinance criteria B, C, and K, and also complies with the sign guidelines which are included in your packet. Chairman, I'd be happy to answer any questions.
All right, thank you. Do we have some questions?
Signs are so straightforward.
It really is. It's very
does or it doesn't.
straightforward. And it
The
fits.
design is very nice and
Right. Okay, all right then. Do I hear a motion to approve this sign? Because it satisfies B, C, and K? Do I hear a motion?
All right, I'll make a motion. Were you doing it? Okay. I'll make a motion that we approve COA 2021-0011 because it meets our criteria B, C, and K, and the Chapter 10 of the sign guidelines.
Thank you. Do I hear a second? Thank you. All in favor state aye, please.
Aye.
Opposed? All righty. So now,
And this is from,
the activity book.
not from staff,
Been
but
there.
from your fellow member sitting up there, Dr. Perky Beisel.
Yes.
Talk to us.
Well, I was asked when I brought this up a while ago, months ago, I was asked to add a little bit here and a little bit there, and so I made those. I did before I got. There are some stylistic and grammar edits that got fixed after I sent this PDF to Jessica. But if anybody sees anything, let me know. Hopefully, we've already caught it. But based on the questions or the comments from the last time, description of what we do as a historic commission, because a lot of people aren't aware of that, what is covered in the overlay and what isn't, and then with most of the illustrations trying to utilize, highlight things that are in our historic overlay, since that's our purview, the various activities and or things that we would have to approve, like the erection of a statue, while telling the history of Nacogdoches. In particular, the request was to ensure that we had more of vernacular and folk architecture, and so I was able to get the shotgun and the gable front and wing added in, so those were new. And then, mainly because the pages weren't ending right, and I had an extra page, which of course then meant I went 3 pages, to explain, since that's really a lot of questioning. The new part is the Secretary of the Interior standards for rehabilitation, because that's what we're based on, and then people have those as examples. I tried to use as much as possible Nacogdoches examples, but sometimes it was better not to use one from Nacogdoches for a variety of reasons. So that is the completely new part, and the pages allowed me to get to the back on the back, which was, I mean, you know, more work just to make the back page be on the back page. And being able to do that, you know, I did have a, you know, I was trying to also, and then I finished up a little bit more about women, being able to include women, since we didn't have women. But being able to do that, and at least the Old Stone Fort and the Millard Lee House, which is at least an RTHL. So if anything came by, it would come through us. And then I updated, and please let me know if I missed anybody's names. I added on, so we'd have through our committee. So there we are. Hopefully that's it, and we're done. But if you see any corrections or changes or anything, certainly don't hesitate. More eyes are better than one.
Well, I think this is great.
Yeah, I think it's great.
Kudos.
Love the diversity of architectural styles, communities, timeline. Great. It's like you are a professor of history.
Yeah.
It's a show.
It almost looks like you know what you're doing.
You know, occasionally.
I do have one clarifying question.
Yes.
Since I wasn't here at the beginning of this awesome
Yes.
activity book. So is the intent for us to have this as like a digital download, or do we need to print it and find funding?
Well, and that hadn't been quite decided. Digital download for sure.
Okay.
And then it's really up to, you know, is there something that you would want a print copy for or not? It's designed to be printable, but, yay! Designed to be printable, but we hadn't, as a committee, said we're absolutely going to print it. But that's why it is designed the way it is. That could be a PDF download.
Okay.
So that's.
All right. Now we just have to go look for some money to print some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it takes.
Yeah, because I think it would be nice to have copies of it available at the center
Right.
for folks to either have or children to color or whatever, you know. It's,
We were talking about the
I saw
the
it.
coloring book.
Yeah,
So
I
if you
saw
have
that.
any questions or anything,
I looked at it, it really looks good.
thank you.
Very good.
Okay, well, if there's no more discussion, I guess we're adjourned.